Green light, let's get it. I'm the future, I'm in it. Check score, I'm winning. Green light, let's get it. I just win. I'm on 10. Hello, I'm Himothy. I got the recipe. I got the flow. I got the remedy. I know they do. I know they envy me. Feet on the floor. What they gonna say now? We came alone from last place. Bottom to top of the fast pace. Out of this surf, I get touchdown. I take a loss, get it back.
What's going on, fam? You're listening to the Urban Sports Scene. I'm Wole, and welcome to the Baltimore Ravens recap show. Joining me is Bowie TV's Ravens beat reporter Carita Parks. Carita is also founder of Double Take Sports. Carita, what's going on? What's good?
Man, it was been a doozy. The season started fast, okay?
I know it has.
Fast. But I'm here.
You're here. Look, fresh out of Baltimore. I'm going to say B-more. Fresh straight out of Buffalo. Buffalo
and Baltimore.
Hey, Buffalo. That's right. It is. Yeah, that too. Is it like, was it cold out there? I mean, it can't be cold, right?
It was cooler than I had anticipated. I did have like a little scarf.
Okay.
But it was kind of a little bit like sweater, probably sweater.
Really? It's sweater weather in Buffalo?
I didn't necessarily feel like I had the right outfit.
Wow.
Yeah, it felt like fall.
Wow, that's wild. Because over here, it was hot.
I left here. What was that? Saturday, and it was hot.
Believe me,
it was hot, I got there, and it was like I said, it was more fall weather.
I got you because I was in my nephew's
coat, but like a little light jacket.
I got you. So you can wear a jacket. That's wild, though. A jacket.
Oh, yeah, like I had a jacket, like a jean jacket on.
Damn, you can wear a jacket.
Saturday evening when I had like went out and about a little bit.
See, I miss real fall winter weather. I like wearing my jackets and stuff. I can't wear.
It was that kind of weather.
I miss that weather. All right. It's coming. It's coming.
I was going to say, hopefully, we don't know. It's still back.
Yeah, I know. Like Mother Nature playing with us, playing with our emotions and stuff. It's crazy. All right. Well, last Sunday in a heartbreaking loss in Buffalo, the Ravens fell to the Buffalo Bills 41-40. Before we dive into this, this is a disappointing loss. We got to knock out some logistics. You can check out our website, which is theurbansportscene.com. You can subscribe to our podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, and other podcast platforms. Just search the Urban Sports Scene. Make sure you subscribe to the Urban Sports Scene and Bowie TV YouTube channels. If you're in the YouTube chat, we accept super chats. Super chats help us support the shows. The super chats will be prioritized over all comments in the YouTube chat. Don't forget to tweet us at Urban Sports Scene. Hit us up on IG and TikTok at Urban Sports Scene. And also like our Urban Sports Scene Facebook page. Also join our Urban Sports Scene Facebook group. Just search Urban Sports Scene, sports bloggers, sports podcasters, and sports debates. All right, let's get right into it. Carita mentioned the score of the game. The Ravens 41-40. After the game, after that disappointing loss, this team was up 40-25 with under 5 minutes. What was the team's vibe after that loss?
They definitely had a vibe of disappointment because obviously it was a game they didn't shouldn't have lost. Yeah. I don't think they expected to lose. So definitely disappointment. I say disappointment mixed with like hope, so to speak, because they're like, okay, it's the first game of the season. Like they still feel like we can bounce back from this loss. Got a long season ahead of us. So that's why I say it makes a frustration, but still hopeful.
Like still hopeful. Okay. That's interesting. That they had that, like they can have that type of mindset because like watching the game, I'm like the Ravens dominating. This team looks good offensively. Like everything it's funny. Like everything we talked about on the pregame was coming to fruition, right? Derrick Henry was getting all of his touches, right? You mentioned DeAndre Hopkins showing his how valuable he will be for this team, making that crazy catch. Zay Flowers doing nasty work throughout the whole game. They got everything they wanted offensively.
Lamar using his legs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
everything you said pretty much. And then to still lose that game was crazy, just crazy.
Yeah, and I just watched the fourth quarter just to refresh, refresh my memory because so much happened in that fourth quarter.
You want me to play your rundown? Because I can play your rundown. All right, let me play your rundown real quick. Let me play that real quick. I know I uploaded it because I made sure. I was like, I'm having Carita here. I gotta play a rundown. Like, what are we doing here? Let me see. Banner. Here you go. Sorry. Where is it? Oh, there you go. I'm tripping. It's not you. There you go.
This is Carita Parks at Highmark Stadium. The Baltimore Ravens ended their season in Buffalo and went 0-1 in Buffalo to start a new season. This game went the Ravens' way the entire time. The offense was dominating the Bills. Everyone from Derrick Henry to Lamar Jackson to Zay Flowers, they were having a great game. But the fourth quarter, it just fell apart defensively. The Ravens said that they want to be a defense that is feared across the league again. And tonight, they weren't able to establish that identity. Let's hear from Kyle Hamilton.
First and foremost, the offense puts up 40 points. No way that we should be in that position as a defense. I don't know. We just got to figure out how to win games. I mean, we're winning them for 45 minutes. Got to win them for 60 minutes. So, new week, next week, we'll get it fixed and try to be one of them.
Playing clean football was an emphasis this week from both offensive coordinator Todd Monken and coach John Harbaugh. There were still several penalties in this game and also some turnovers. Key turnover was Derrick Henry in the fourth quarter. He fumbled the ball, and that really did change the momentum of the game towards the Bills, and that's when they mounted that comeback. But this game isn't on Derrick Henry. Like I said, the defense wasn't up to par the entire game. And despite that, Lamar Jackson, he still thinks that Derrick Henry should hold his head high.
He done did enough for it. He scored 80 yards, 50 yards one time.
Yeah, it still froze a little bit, but as you got the gist of it in terms of what Kyle Hamilton said, like that's like the main point of what pretty much I want to get to is that like the Ravens scored 40 points. As a defense, you're still supposed to win the game. I don't care where people try to lay blame on. I know, like even you talked about how you spoke to Lamar about what he said about Derrick Henry, saying that Derrick Henry had a bunch of big plays. It wasn't his fault, like not putting that. So making sure like the onus wasn't on Derrick Henry because Derrick Henry had the key fumble right to get them back in the game, which you mentioned in your rundown too as well. But like, can you just in terms of that, your thought process? The team again, they scored 40 points offensively.
Yeah.
For you, like who deserves the blame in this? If folks are trying to throw blame, who deserves most of the blame? If that's fair to say.
For me, it is the defense. The whole entire game.
Yeah.
I tweet during the game.
Yeah, I know you do.
The whole game, I wasn't really satisfied with the defense.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, it's not sustainable for the offense to have to score every single time.
Agreed.
To get the ball. And I feel like that is the position the defense was putting them in, is that every single time they had the ball, they had to score. And you just know that was going to run out at some point, right? Mm-hmm. But they had 40 points. 40 points. There's just no way when the offense scores 40 points that a team should come back down 15. There's no way that they should have come back. And I know there were mistakes. The Derrick Henry fumble.
Yeah.
Tyler Luke missed the extra point.
Yeah.
But those things really, in the grand scheme of things, up 40 points, they shouldn't have mattered if the defense did their job.
Go ahead.
For me, it wasn't good enough.
I mean, that's my point. Like, you got like the numbers that Lamar and Derrick Henry put. I'm trying to look them up right now. Like, looking at like Lamar threw for
209 yards.
Yeah, exactly. 2 touchdowns. Derrick Henry hit 18 carries, 169 yards. He averaged over 9 yards per carry. Like
Zay Flowers had 143 receivers.
Yeah, that it's like, and to me, that's like it's hard. You can't put blame. I honestly, I would feel irresponsible if I'm a defensive player and someone told me like I'm a blame. They have if a reporter said, well, Derrick Henry had the that key fumble, like that fumble or whatever. I would stop him quick and say, no, we gave up 41 points. Like that fumble shouldn't even matter. To be real with you, it shouldn't even matter.
That point in the game when it happened,
yeah,
it shouldn't have mattered because they were already up 40. And that's what Kyle Hamilton said. He said the offense put up 40 points, and he said there's no way we should have been like in that position.
Yeah, and
absolutely correct.
So it goes to a point where we talked about this a lot last season, and and we thought it's still early. It's one game, so I don't want to overreact, right? But being young as a defensive coordinator, and then this team does, and I've said this team does have a lot of talent on the defensive side of football. It's not like this team isn't talented defensively. They're very talented defensively. Like you have arguably the best safety in Kyle Hamilton. You have Marlon Humphreys, who's one of the better cornerbacks in the NFL. You have Roquan Smith, who's one of the best linebackers in the NFL. You got two good rookie studs. You got Starks. You got Alexander, who was one of the better cornerbacks in the NFL. This team has so many talented players on the defensive side of football. There's no way a team should score that many points. I don't care how lethal your offense is. So, or who your quarterback is, to be honest with you. So, do you feel because you're in the environment in terms of, I'm gonna say Ravens social media. I'm speaking for the fans. Do you feel like the fans are now starting to scratch their head, or they're like, oh, you know what, it's one game?
So it's interesting because they have definitely. Okay, wait. Ask me that question again.
Do you feel like the fans, because you're in because you report, and also you're in social media, you're in X, you're on all these platforms, so you see the Raven fans probably more often than I do. Like, how are they feeling about Orr right now after that game?
That's what I thought you asked.
You're good. Yeah.
Okay. So it's interesting because I've heard them definitely going off about the defense. There's been mentions of Zach Orr and the plays that he's been calling, but ironically, there's so much more anger towards Coach Harbaugh.
I know, that's crazy, right? I've seen that. I did see that.
I've seen that over Zach Orr at the moment.
Okay.
And I think that the anger is directed at John Harbaugh more from the fans because of the fourth quarter collapse, and there's been other fourth quarter collapses. So they are feeling like it's more of a coaching thing with the way the fourth quarter just breaks down for this team sometimes.
Okay.
But, that is true. However, in that fourth quarter, I do feel like, besides the Derrick Henry fumble, most of the mishaps to me was on the defensive side. Like they couldn't stop nothing. There were no turnovers. There were no forced turnovers, I should say.
Yeah, I got you.
Keon Coleman was going wild.
He's crazy.
They just seemed out of sorts to me.
Yeah, I just felt like watching the game. It's just like it's a snowball effect. Yeah, Josh Allen was making some plays, but I was calling garbage time touchdowns. That's how I felt like. That's why how the game was going. I was like, he's getting garbage time touchdowns. They don't matter. They're out of this game. Like these stats are empty stats, like empty calories. These are empty stats. But then it just added up, and then like that fumble happened. I was like, oh dang, like all right. But to your point, at the end of the day, like that was one. All right. So Derrick Henry fumble puts him in a bad situation, right? Puts the defense in a bad situation. But that's only one time. You had other opportunities to shut the door. Like that's one thing. You had opportunities to shut the door. Like the Ravens, Lamar and Derrick Henry made life easy for you to shut the door, and you just didn't. You know what I mean?
Andre Hopkins. that catch she made
was crazy. Yeah, that
crazy.
Yeah, that's
it. I think what is just bothersome for me is so many good things happen on offense.
Agreed.
For that game to end in a loss and all those things be overshadowed by a loss
I agree.
is just unfortunate.
Yeah, because people aren't getting their flowers that they deserve. The
That
players aren't. They
yeah.
should have gotten. I agree with you. I do agree with you. I feel like, especially on the offensive side of football, I agree. I feel like certain players definitely deserve their flowers. DeAndre Hopkins, because everyone say he was washed, and he made that play that proved that he ain't washed. You got Zay coming back from that injury, and like he didn't get to play in Buffalo, and he got
that was I believe that was a career high game for him. I think.
Oh, he could, because he's fried. Like, he was getting work. He was doing busy work. But to your point, like, he had so many great. Derrick Henry looked like he could have ran for 300 yards. There's so many stories. Like, there's so many things in this game where you want to say, great job. Like, offensive line was blocking. They were doing it. They were blocking their tails off. Yeah, it really does suck that we got.
Like, I just don't know. They're talking about they want to be that elite defense that the Ravens are known for. They want to instill fear, but they said it started with game one. So, and it wasn't that way. Kyle Hamilton played his behind off.
He
and
did.
Don't get me wrong, everybody was playing, but it's just like
as a unit.
Yeah, it just was disjointed, and Jair Alexander had some bad moments.
Yeah, everybody was talking about him too. Folks were talking about.
It's like everybody just was disjointed, in my opinion.
So, do you think that this loss is more to do with the Ravens' mistakes? I don't like making mistakes. I felt like just bad defense, or was it more of the Bills' resilience?
I mean, I would say it's a bit of both, because the Ravens' mistakes, not letting the defense, allowing Buffalo to stick around.
Yeah.
Buffalo capitalized on that. And that was them believing that they could still win that game. You know what I mean? Even though they shouldn't have. They were out. Fans were leaving the stadium. And it was 40-25, I believe.
Yeah, they were leaving. Yeah,
they were leaving the stadium. And truth be told, a team can make mistakes, and that doesn't mean their opponent is able to capitalize on it.
Yes, agreed.
Or able to do so. And here's another gripe I have.
Go ahead, you gotta let it all out. That's what we have.
I have is I truly feel like, in a way, they let Lamar down, because I really don't like him losing
to Josh Allen
in Buffalo. Yeah. Not just to Josh Allen, but in Buffalo to Josh Allen. Because their fans are on another level.
Oh, really?
As you can tell from
about that little smack.
I mean, they're interesting bunch. So that's like, he deserved to win that game.
Yeah, I get your point.
Playoff game, he had some mistakes himself. So, but I'm kind of like, between the two quarterbacks, and I'm not saying this because I cover Lamar.
Yeah,
I do feel like he's the better quarterback. I don't know what's going on.
I see it too. I don't worry about it. I want to say that. I saw it's better now. There you go. It's good now. It's good. That just happened. It just popped up. Like, what happened? What's happening?
Me too. Now we got that fixed.
Yeah, it's fixed. It's fixed. But yeah, Lamar, I'm with you. And it's different, because I even felt like it, because you didn't watch it on TV, as I was watching it on TV, and Collinsworth, like, he was giving Lamar his flowers. So I'm not saying he didn't, but it was just like, dang, Lamar is winning this game, but you're talking a lot about Josh Allen right now, and I'm thinking to myself like, damn, if I was Lamar's people, I don't know how I would take this. If I was his peeps, like, how I would take it. And I'm with you, like, now you lost the game, but now everybody's glazing. And I like Josh Allen a lot. So this is not me like criticizing Josh Allen. I like Josh. If folks know, I like Josh Allen a lot. But I was like, dang, you glazing Josh Allen, but Lamar deserves this type of talk. Like, he's a guy that arguably should have been the MVP last year. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. Like, I feel like he deserved it too, because he played a really good game too. I don't think he had his best like throwing the football, but that game wasn't meant for him to throw the football. You know what I'm saying?
I remember I had said, I felt like when we did over under, I said I
killed
felt
it.
like we would go over 200, but I said if he went over 230, then that means the run game wasn't as strong.
Yeah.
So I felt like they did what they needed to do there.
Yep, they did.
And still.
And it wasn't. And look, at the end of the day, Lamar, I mean, I'm gonna just keep the being like how I would look at it as an athlete. I'm like, I did my job. And it's unfortunate, but you kind of gotta look at it like that. Like we scored 40. I'm sorry. Like, yeah, they're gonna tell you we should score 50. That's a lie. That's a lie. They don't mean that. We score 40. We score 40. We're good.
40 should be sufficient.
Yes, it should be. For an NFL team, it should be sufficient. You know what I'm saying? 40, and I'm gonna say this 40. I don't care what quarterback you have coming through those doors. I'm gonna be real. I don't care what quarterback you have coming through those doors. If it's 40 to 25 with under 5 minutes left, it's over. It should be over. It ain't on the offense. It should be over. For 25 is good enough.
I think for me, and this kind of goes back to what you said earlier. This team has way too much talent.
Agreed.
To be constantly in these situations. I don't know what the answer is at this moment. Clearly, they don't either, or else this would not be a problem. But I don't want to see a team with this much talent waste that talent because they are making silly mistakes, not executing all of those things, because this is a league of like teams change.
Yeah.
And you got Lamar Jackson, you have a bunch of talent around him. You got to get to the Super Bowl at this point. You just do.
Yeah. I call it don't mess with the church's money. Like you got the church's money right here in your hands. Don't mess with the church's money.
Yeah.
Like this is the opportunity. You can't waste it. Like for real. Like, and these teams are getting, and it's unfortunate. Like, and I guess I'm gonna get your opinion. Is there any pressure now? Like, you don't want to start slow because it seems like the division may be a little bit better than it was last year, right? I know it's early. It's early, but you got the Steelers. We saw. I mean, not to be funny. The Steelers with Aaron Rodgers, regardless how people might feel about Aaron Rodgers personally, because I have my feelings about Aaron Rodgers. But like he threw about like 4 touchdowns or something like that. So he had a crazy game. So, and the Steelers haven't had that type of quarterback playing in a while. Then you got to go with the Bengals. I mean the Bengals beat the Browns, though it wasn't very impressive, but they beat the Browns, so they want to know. Because they usually start slow, so they got their first win early. Do you feel like the Ravens now kind of like, hey, we gotta wake up? Like,
oh yeah, I mean, well, it's funny you say that because I did a joint recap with some of the Buffalo media. One of the things I said is the Ravens, they got to turn it around quick because of what you just said. The Steelers won their game. The Bengals won their game. Yeah. So just by record alone, they're already behind in the division just based on record alone, without having played their division opponent yet, which is coming up against the Browns. But I mean, I hope it's a wake-up call because, but I also just don't understand why they would need a wake-up call, right? Like, but they've got one. And so they got to go. To me, this next game is a must-win because you can't start 0-2 again. And you don't need to lose to your divisional opponent that quickly. So they got to figure it out.
Yeah, they can't lose no Joe Flacco. Like your old quarterback.
Like, don't do that.
Don't lose to Joe Flacco. Don't do that.
I hope the defense has a better job against Joe Flacco. But Joe Flacco's not like someone who can really move out the pocket as Josh Allen. True. However, he can get rid of the ball quickly though. He can. Like, his arm is
it's crazy.
Lethal.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. So, like do you feel like this Buffalo game is the wake up call though? Like it's a wake up call early in the season. You feel like that's, if anything, it should be okay. So it's not
I mean, I do think there was a sense of shock.
Mm-hmm.
I think there was a little bit of a sense of shock amongst the players. I mean, as it should be when you are up 40 to 25
it's natural.
Fourth quarter is very natural.
Mm-hmm.
But I am hoping that this is a wake-up call for them early in the season, like you said, like to show them like, yo, we not what we thought we were. And I'm not gonna say we, because as you said, the offense, they did their job.
They did their job. I'm sorry. I can't do that to them.
Defensively, they not what they think they are.
At the moment,
And so I hope that game showed them that.
Okay.
And they come out with a better plan or whatever they need to do. I don't know what they need to do.
I'm gonna do some forecasting now. I do want to get your overall opinion on this. So the defense, because like we said this, and I'm not gonna be redundant because I said it. You said it, and I've said it, that the defense is talented. If they don't turn the switch, if say they don't they're not as dominant, or not say dominant, as dominant as we think they should be defensively, like what they want to be. They want to bring that Baltimore Ravens defense mentality back, right? If they don't have that mentality within the first, say, 5 weeks, should Orr be concerned? Because I like Orr. That's why I'm asking. Should he be concerned?
I like him too. I mean, I don't know what they would be able to do, if that makes sense.
Got you.
At this point.
I got you.
But I do feel like some eyes will start turning that way, right? Because you just got too many talented players on that defense.
Yeah.
For them not to be what they can be. And, I'm not comparing, so don't
I know what you mean.
But a lot of the same players from when Mike McDonald was last coordinator are still there.
Mm-hmm.
There are new pieces, obviously, but a lot of them are still there. So they clearly can deliver.
Yes.
Just seems like something's just not there, and I don't know what it is. And I feel like Zach Orr is a guy with a killer instinct. I don't know if it's just the newness of the role. I mean, taking over a whole defense
it's tough.
Big job,
big job.
So I don't know if that has anything to do with it, and just still like that learning curve. But when you have the guys that you have on defense, I do think that there will be some impatience with that learning curve.
Yeah, I agree. I just kind of think that, and it's also because you kind of added to it with the draft, right? You added extra talent in the draft and of guys of need, and to me, guys are talented. And the guys are actually good, so they have the ability. They're good. So it's like you didn't miss on those dudes. So
I mean, you got some of the best players in the league on that defense.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to be like, I ain't trying to create no drama. I'm just keeping the bin like this. Like the score 40 is alarming. Like,
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. If it continues to be a problem, I mean, I think you gotta take drastic measures. And I say that only because, I mean,
because the hope of
as a coach of the team, you got 3 more years, but 3 years go by fast, right?
Yes.
So, like, as a coach, you got to think about your job. You got to think about, like, the talent. I don't get the sense that the owner is trying to wait to win a Super Bowl.
Of course.
You know what I mean? I think he wants to win now. I feel like based on the draft and the pieces that they added, that gives me win now.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? So I think that if the defense continues to waver, then you never know. I mean, I think that this is a team that knows like win now is what needs to happen.
No, I totally agree with you. I totally agree. Well, Carita, this has been dope as always. Before we end this pod, can you let folks know how they can catch you on social media and catch your great content for Bowie TV, and also like your action and your Double Take Sports. You know.
Yes, you can catch me on social media at Carita Parks. That's where I post all of my content. You can also catch my Ravens content on Bowie TV Sports at Bowie TV Sports. And then you can catch my other sports work and content on my platform, Double Take Sports. That's at DBL Take Sports.
Well, Carita, you're a great job. At least you'll be local. I was gonna ask you, did you like? It's up to you though. I'm gonna ask you, do you want to do well, you're gonna be tired as I don't know what. I don't know when I ask you to do that anyway. A recap show right after, like late, like when you get home. When you get home, not when. No,
I don't get home till late.
How late do you get home?
That game is 1:00. I mean, I still don't be getting home until like, because I do the recap on the field.
Yeah, you too late, man. I ain't messing with you.
So by the time I get home, it's like sometimes it's 8, 9 o'clock.
Oh no, I ain't messing with you. You good? I ain't messing with you. You good? I ain't messing with you. You good? We'll just do it like on a Tuesday again. We'll just do it on a Tuesday. It's
okay.
all good.
I know. Candy gets home quick.
Yeah, because I forget. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. I thought about, because I was like, the Commanders game, that's on Thursday. I could do a recap like on the same day and knock it out. But you know what? Yeah, you do the stand. Yeah. I forgot that you do all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's too. I ain't trying. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't trying. 9 o'clock. On Sunday, I gotta get ready for work. I gotta get ready for work myself. Hey, anyway, man, I appreciate you for being on. You're dope. Great work as always. Anyway, you've been listening to the Urban Sports Scene for ages. You dig? Deuces. We are out. Peace.